shame. How I remember the oppression of shame. It took me so long to name it. I didn't know what that feeling was. Shame. The embodiment of shame is so prevalent on our planet. It's a curse. I remember when I could name it. I was in a large women's circle. The woman who headed that circle was a family court judge on her own healing journey. And of course, what she was looking at was cancer. But she invited a whole group of women, there were probably 40 or 50 of us, at a beautiful property on a river. And we formed a majestic circle, we held hands, and then one by one we spoke. You know, what is it you're here to heal? And when I said shame, it was so freeing. I didn't know I was going to say shame, but I could suddenly name it with all of these women as my witness. Now, it would have been nice if shame and the remnants of shame just like totally disappeared and I was free of it. It was a process for me. It doesn't have to be that way for you. We're all different. Things can change in an instant. That is called a miracle. Always believe and be open to miracles. I have had many, and I'll tell you about those. But the healing process is usually in time. There's a time process. And today was many years later, that was probably 20 years ago, with the women's circle and the naming of shame. I love the teaching. I learned it from Dan Siegel, who is one of the mindfulness teachers now, sort of a big name one. He's a psychiatrist. Name it to tame it. Once we can name something, we're in a different relationship with it. It's rare for shame to arise any longer. It's taken me a long time to be authentic, to remove the mask. But every once in a while, like with this project, you know, going on camera and all of that, I'll have just a little visitation of the constriction of shame. And I recognize it. And I say, no, shame, you cannot live here. I know you, I see you. Thank you for coming, but no thanks. I'm going to be me, and whatever people say, they say. I know I'm in alignment with divine purpose. I know that. And that's all that really matters, is what we know in our heart. And we trust that